The mysterious case of the vanishing artifacts. In a quiet and picturesque village nestled among rolling hills, there was a small museum known as the Heritage House. The museum was home to a collection of ancient artifacts and treasures that told the story of the village's rich history. Every year, the Heritage House held a grand exhibition where villagers and tourists alike could admire the artifacts. This year's exhibition promised to be the most spectacular yet, with rare pottery, ancient manuscripts, and intricate jewelry on display. The curator of the museum, Mr. Higgins, was a kind and knowledgeable man who took great pride in preserving the village's heritage. He spent months preparing for the exhibition, meticulously cataloging each artifact and arranging them in a way that would captivate the visitors. As the exhibition's opening day drew near, a sense of excitement filled the village. People eagerly awaited the chance to step back in time and explore the history that was displayed within the museum's walls. However, on the eve of the exhibition, a mysterious event occurred that sent shockwaves through the village. The prized artifact of the collection, a golden amulet said to have belonged to the village's founding family, had vanished without a trace. Mr. Higgins was devastated. He searched the museum from top to bottom, but the amulet was nowhere to be found. He had no choice but to delay the exhibition and report the theft to the local authorities. Inspector Brooks, a seasoned detective, arrived in the village to investigate the case. He examined the scene and interviewed everyone who had access to the museum. However, there were no fingerprints, no signs of a break-in, and no witnesses. It was as if the golden amulet had simply vanished into thin air. As Inspector Brooks delved deeper into the case, he discovered a series of mysterious occurrences surrounding the disappearance of the artifact. Villagers reported strange dreams of a shimmering figure and whispers of a long-lost treasure hidden beneath the village. The detective decided to explore the legend of the hidden treasure, believing it might be linked to the amulet's disappearance. With the help of the villagers, he followed cryptic clues that led them to a hidden chamber beneath the village's oldest tree. In the chamber, they found not only the missing amulet but also a trove of other long-forgotten artifacts. It appeared that the amulet had somehow found its way to the chamber, guided by a force beyond explanation. The villagers celebrated the retrieval of their cherished artifact, and the exhibition went ahead as planned, with the amulet taking center stage. It was clear to everyone that the village was truly blessed, not only with a rich history but also with a touch of magic that had brought the vanished artifact back to its rightful place. As for Inspector Brooks, he left the village with a sense of wonder, knowing that sometimes, in the most mysterious of ways, the past had a way of revealing itself to those who sought to uncover its secrets. And so, the story of the mysterious case of the vanishing artifacts became another chapter in the village's history, reminding all who heard it of the enchanting mysteries that could be found in the most unexpected places. The lanterns dance in the abandoned ballroom. Amelia had always been drawn to the old mansion at the edge of town. Its ivy-covered walls and grand architecture whispered tales of a bygone era. But what fascinated her the most was the ballroom, the crown jewel of the mansion, where laughter and music had once filled the air. For as long as she could remember, the ballroom had been locked, its grandeur hidden from the world. The townsfolk said it was cursed, haunted by the spirits of those who had danced there long ago. One crisp autumn day, as the leaves fell like golden rain, Amelia decided to investigate. She knew she shouldn't, but her curiosity got the better of her. She found an old key in the attic of her family's house, and it was a perfect fit for the ballroom's ornate door. With a deep breath, Amelia pushed open the door, revealing a scene frozen in time. The ballroom was untouched by the years, its chandeliers still gleaming, and its marble floor pristine. She could almost hear the echoes of waltzing footsteps and the melodies of violins. But the most enchanting sight of all was the lanterns, hundreds of them, hanging from the ceiling. Each lantern was a different color, and they swayed gently as if caught in a breeze that only they could feel. Amelia couldn't resist. She stepped onto the dance floor and twirled, imagining herself in a flowing gown, dancing with a handsome partner. As she danced, something incredible happened. The lanterns began to sway in time with her movements. It was as if the lanterns were dancing with her, their colors blending and twirling in a mesmerizing display. Amelia laughed with joy, her heart feeling lighter than it had in years. She returned to the ballroom day after day, dancing with the lanterns. She felt a strange connection to them, as if they held the spirits of the past. She even began to hear faint strains of music when she danced alone. Word of the girl who danced with the lanterns spread through town. Some believed she had tamed the cursed ballroom, while others thought she had gone mad. But Amelia didn't care. She had found her own little world of magic within those ivy-covered walls. One evening, as she danced beneath the lantern's soft glow, a figure appeared in the doorway. It was an elderly woman with a warm smile, and she held a violin in her hands. "You dance beautifully," the woman said, and without another word, she began to play a hauntingly beautiful tune. Amelia danced like she had never danced before, her movements perfectly synchronized with the music. It was as if the ballroom had come to life, and the spirits of the past were dancing alongside her. As the music faded, the elderly woman introduced herself as Eliza, the mansion's former owner. She had spent her youth in the ballroom, and her fondest memories were of the lantern's dance. With tears in her eyes, Eliza thanked Amelia for bringing the ballroom back to life. She had been drawn to the mansion by the sight of the lanterns swaying once more. From that day on, Amelia and Eliza became unlikely friends, and together they continued to dance in the ballroom, their laughter and music filling the once silent mansion. The townsfolk no longer whispered about curses. Instead, they marveled at the lanterns' dance in the abandoned ballroom. And in the heart of that old mansion, magic lived on, proving that sometimes the most enchanting discoveries are found where you least expect them. A journey through the painted portal. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a girl named Lily. Lily was an ordinary girl with an extraordinary imagination. She spent her days exploring the woods, climbing trees, and dreaming of adventures. One sunny afternoon, while wandering deep into the forest, Lily stumbled upon something quite unusual. Hidden beneath a tangle of ivy, she discovered an old and forgotten canvas. The canvas was not like any she had seen before. It was a painting of a grand door set against a backdrop of swirling colors, deep blues, vibrant purples, and shimmering golds. Lily couldn't resist the urge to touch the canvas. As her fingers brushed the painted door, it began to glow softly, and to her astonishment, the doorknob turned, inviting her to step through. Curiosity got the better of Lily, and she took a deep breath before crossing the threshold. To her amazement, she found herself in a world of wonder and enchantment. The painted portal had transported her to a lush forest unlike any she had seen before. Trees towered above her, their leaves forming a brilliant canopy that dappled the sunlight. Exotic birds with feathers of every imaginable hue flitted through the branches, and the air was alive with the sweet scent of flowers. Lily felt like she had stepped into a fairy tale. She explored the magical forest, meeting talking animals and friendly sprites along the way. They told her stories of the painted portal, a doorway to a world of dreams and imagination. As she ventured deeper into this enchanted realm, she encountered a sparkling river. The river's waters were so clear that she could see fish darting beneath its surface. She dipped her hand into the cool water and felt a tingling sensation. Suddenly, her hand began to glow with a soft light, and she realized that the river was magical, too. Lily continued her journey, discovering hidden glades, secret caves, and meadows painted with flowers of every color. She met a wise old owl who told her that the painted portal appeared only to those who truly believed in the power of imagination. With each step she took in this whimsical world, Lily's own imagination seemed to grow stronger. She began to paint her own stories on the canvas of her mind, and the forest responded by bringing those stories to life. She danced with fireflies that left trails of golden light, and she sang with birds that harmonized with the wind. But all adventures must come to an end, and as the sun began to set, Lily knew it was time to return home. She found the painted portal once more and stepped through, back to the ivy-covered canvas in the woods. Lily emerged with a heart full of wonder and stories to tell. She knew that the magic of the painted portal would stay with her forever, reminding her that the world is a canvas waiting for the brushstrokes of imagination. From that day on, Lily continued to explore the woods, but she carried the memory of her journey through the painted portal with her. And whenever she needed a touch of magic in her life, all she had to do was close her eyes and remember the enchanted world she had discovered, an extraordinary place born from the power of belief and the beauty of imagination.